All right, let's dive deep today. We're tackling Allan Kardec's The Spirits book.
Oh, a classic.
Straight to the heart of it, too.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Where are we headed?
Part 3, Chapter 8, The Law of Progress.
Getting into the mechanics of how we actually move forward as humans. This is good stuff.
It really is. We're going to try to understand what this law looks like in action. Is it some force pushing us along, some invisible hand guiding history?
And the spirits Kardec talked to, they had some really fascinating answers, let me tell you.
I bet. So he jumps right in, asking about the state of nature. Like, is that the same thing as natural law?
Oh, and the spirits are very clear. No, not the same at all.
Really? How so?
They see the state of nature as our starting point. Humanity's rough draft.
Like the awkward teenage years of our species.
Exactly. Full of potential, yeah, but also kind of primitive, undeveloped, not the ideal some people romanticize it to be.
I see. So not quite the noble savage idea.
Right. The spirits actually compare that romanticized view to, like, the happiness of a child or an animal.
Simple, innocent.
But also limited. They're saying true happiness comes from evolving, from pushing beyond that initial state.
Okay, so no going back to Eden then.
Well, Kardec actually asks that. Could we ever regress back to that primitive state?
Bold question. What do they say?
The spirits don't mince words, no way. Progress, they argue, is baked into existence itself. God's will moving ever forward no matter what.
So no matter how chaotic things seem, we're on an upward trajectory, cosmic scale.
That's what they're saying. But then Kardec digs deeper. What's driving this progress? Are we making choices, or are we just products of our environment? You know, education, all that.
Nature versus nurture, the classic debate.
And the spirits give this really cool answer. It's both. We evolve naturally, like anything else, but the ones further along help pull others up.
So it's not just individual growth, but this collective effort, like mentors guiding students, but on a global scale.
Exactly. But then Kardec asks this question that I think we've all wrestled with.
Hit me with it.
Does moral progress always follow intellectual progress?
Ooh, that's a good one. Because history's full of super smart people doing some pretty awful things.
Right. And the spirits acknowledge that. They say moral progress isn't always immediate, it's a consequence, but there's sometimes a lag.
So, like, the more intelligent we get, the more potential we have for both good and evil. A more powerful engine, but maybe the steering takes a while to catch up.
That's the idea. Think of all the tech advancements, even just in recent decades. Amazing potential, but we're still figuring out the ethical side, right?
For sure. Like, we're almost playing catch-up ethically.
And this leads to Kardec asking, why are some of the most advanced societies also the most corrupt? Seems like a paradox.
It's true, though. More knowledge, more ways to mess things up.
And this is where their explanation of progress gets really interesting. They say we reach complete progress in stages. Early on, intelligence might get used selfishly, even destructively, until morality catches up.
So, like, we're going through growing pains as a species.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to use this intelligence tool responsibly.
Exactly, but it takes time and, well, maybe a few historical bumps along the way.
Makes sense. So we've got this interplay of intelligence and morality. But can anything actually stop progress altogether? Like, is there some cosmic break we should be worried about?
Kardec goes there, asks that straight out.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What's the verdict?
The spirits are very clear on this. Nothing can stop it.
Whoa.
It might get slowed down, delayed, sure, but never fully halted.
Wow, so resistance is futile.
Pretty much. They compare it to a river. You can build a dam, but eventually the water finds a way. Progress is like that. It's woven into the fabric of the universe.
So anyone trying to halt progress is just going to get swept away by the current.
That's the idea they're conveying.
Okay, so progress is this unstoppable force, but it's also a journey with twists and turns. So what about when civilizations collapse? How does that fit into this always moving forward thing?
That's what Kardec tackles next. And let me tell you, the spirit's answer on that is going to make you rethink how we see history altogether. So you've got these civilizations, right, reaching these incredible heights only to crumble.
Yeah, it's a pattern we see over and over again.
Kardec brings it up, of course. How does this fit with this idea of unstoppable progress? Seems like a contradiction.
A big one. Like, are we actually going backwards sometimes?
The spirits offer a really interesting analogy. They compare it to demolishing a building.
Oh, like tearing down something old to make way for something new.
Exactly. There's chaos, dust during the demolition, but the end result is something better, stronger.
So it's not regression. It's more like creative destruction.
I like that. Yeah, making space for new growth. But then Kardec, always thinking, asks, are the people living in that fallen empire the same souls as when it was flourishing? Or do we get a whole new batch when things start over?
Ooh, that is a deep question.
Mm.
Are souls like recycled through history? Or are we talking fresh starts?
The spirit's answer is fascinating. They say, yes, often the souls are the same, but the more advanced ones have moved on.
Graduated, so to speak.
Yeah. And the ones who remain, they've still got lessons to learn. They're working through their own progress, like different grade levels in school.
So each civilization is a kind of stepping stone. We're all climbing this ladder, but at our own pace.
That's a great way to picture it. And here's where it gets really wild for US listening now. The spirit suggests that this means you might have been a primitive being in a past life.
Okay, I'm following. But primitive how?
Well, they even say, and this is going to sound crazy, you might have even been a cannibal.
Whoa, hold on.
Mm.
Cannibals, that's intense. So it's not just civilizations going through these cycles, but US as souls too. Reincarnation playing out on multiple levels.
Exactly. It's all interconnected. But here's the hopeful part. They say even the worst souls can eventually reach perfection. It's never too late to learn and grow.
That's comforting, actually. No one's permanently stuck in a state of badness.
Right. It's a journey. And this leads to Kardec shifting gears a bit, asking a big question. Is civilization itself good or bad?
Because, let's be honest, there are plenty of folks who say civilization is the root of all our problems, right?
Yeah.
Corruption, greed, the whole 9 yards.
And the spirits offer a different take. They say civilization is just incomplete progress. Like, we're teenagers still figuring stuff out.
Not instantly mature. Like a civilization doesn't just pop up fully formed and wise.
Exactly. We're still learning, growing, working through things.
So it's not the tool that's bad, it's how we use it.
Right. They blame those who abuse civilization, not the concept itself.
So could we ever have a purified civilization? One without all the downsides?
The spirits are optimistic. They say yes, once our moral development catches up to our intellectual development.
It's like we have to bloom before we can bear fruit. The inner world has to catch up to our outer achievements.
Exactly. But Kardec, he keeps digging. He asks, why doesn't civilization instantly create all the good it could? We have the potential, so what's the holdup?
Right, come on, humanity, get it together.
Their answer is simple. We're not ready. We're imperfect. And civilization can create new temptations, new ways to get caught up in material stuff.
Oh, I feel that. It's like giving someone struggling with addiction the keys to the liquor cabinet.
That's a good way to put it. So, how do we know when we've reached true civilization? Is it just fancy buildings and gadgets? The spirits are clear. It's not about material wealth, but about moral development. Living as brothers and sisters, practicing charity, upholding the rights of all.
So it's about how we treat each other, not just the stuff we accumulate.
Right. Which brings us to another huge question. Can we get there without some kind of external guidance? Are we on our own, or is there a bigger plan?
Okay, I'm hooked. Skolati, what do the spirits say?
This is where it gets really interesting. Kardec starts asking about the role of human laws, how they fit into all this. So we've got this idea of progress, right, on this grand scale.
Cosmic, even.
But what about the more down-to-earth stuff? Like laws, where do they fit in?
Yeah, are they just rules someone made up, or is there something, I don't know, more to it?
Kardec asks that, could we ever be governed by just natural law? Like, ditch all the man-made stuff?
Interesting. Just let the universe run the show, huh?
The spirits say, maybe. If we understood natural law perfectly, but society's complicated. And, well, we're not always the sharpest tools in the shed, are we?
So we need these extra guidelines, the human laws, to help us navigate being, well, human.
Exactly. It's like training wheels for civilization.
I like that analogy. Makes sense. But then why are laws always changing? Can't we just get it right the first time?
Kardec asks us about that too. And the spirits give this historical perspective. They say, way back when, laws were often made by the powerful to benefit themselves.
Not exactly a recipe for fairness, is it?
Nope. But they say, as we progress, as our understanding of morality and justice deepens, our laws should reflect that.
Ah, so we're slowly aligning our human laws with those eternal, universal ones.
That's the idea. Refining things. Getting closer to that balance.
Okay, so we've covered progress on a societal level, a cosmic level. But where does Spiritism itself fit into all of this?
Kardec goes there too. He asks, will everyone believe in Spiritism someday?
Bold question. What do they say?
They say yes. They see it as a new era for humanity because it aligns so perfectly with natural law, with how things really are.
I could see that. But it's got to face some pushback, right? Any new idea that shakes things up does.
Oh, for sure. They're realistic about that. It takes time, sometimes generations, for a real shift to happen.
So patience is key. But how does Spiritism actually de-drive progress? What's the mechanism there?
They point to two main things. First, they say it combats materialism, that obsession with stuff, with the physical world. They see that as holding us back.
Makes sense. We get so caught up in the material, we forget about the bigger picture.
Exactly, and Spiritism helps us shift our focus to the spiritual realm, to what really matters.
Remembering we're not just physical beings, but something more.
Right. And second, they say Spiritism breaks down those barriers we build between each other. Prejudices based on, you name it, religion, social status, race.
It's about recognizing our shared humanity, our interconnectedness.
Exactly. We're all in this together, ultimately.
It's a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
But people can be so stubborn, so attached to their beliefs. Do the spirits really think it'll work?
They acknowledge that change takes time, but they see Spiritism as accelerating things, like removing a blindfold so we can see the path more clearly.
So it's about helping us wake up to a truth that's already there.
That's a good way to put it. But then Kardec wonders, why not teach us all this sooner? Why wait so long?
Yeah, why hold out on the good stuff?
They say it's like teaching kids, You give them what they can handle at each stage. They've been teaching throughout history, but we weren't ready for the full lesson until now.
Like we finally graduated to the advanced class. But couldn't they just do some huge, undeniable miracle to convince everyone? Wouldn't that be simpler?
They actually address that. They say God does give us miracles all the time, but people still explain them away, ignore them, deny them.
We can be pretty good at ignoring the obvious, can't we?
Right. They say God wants us to choose belief through reason, not blind faith. There's more merit in that.
It's about making a conscious choice, not being forced into it. So we come to the end of our deep dive into this law of progress according to the Spirit's book. Quite a journey.
It really is so much to think about how we evolve individually and as a species.
What stuck with me is that progress isn't just about technology or material things, but about our inner evolution. That's what's really going to make a difference.
I agree. It's about cultivating those qualities of compassion, understanding, love, what makes us truly human.
And as we wrap up, a question for you listening. The Spirit suggests that progress is a collective effort, each generation building on the last. So what role do you see yourself playing in this grand march forward? What's your contribution going to be? Think about that, and until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, keep diving deep.